Ever clicked on a website and just wondered how it all works? Well, we're about to pull back the curtain and show you the secret skeleton that holds every single web page together. And trust me, it's simpler than you think.
So, think about it for a second. You've got your favorite social media site, a big news website, a simple blog. They all look totally different, right? But what's the one thing they all have to have deep down at their core?
You guessed it, every single one of them is built on an invisible framework. It's this secret skeleton that gives the page its shape, its structure, and holds everything you see in just the right place.
And that skeleton has a name, HTML. Now, it stands for Hypertext Markup Language, but honestly, you don't need to remember that. Just think of it as the blueprint for a house. It tells the web browser where the walls go, where the doors go. It's the fundamental plan for everything.
Okay, so if HTML is the skeleton, what are the bones made of? Let's dive in and look at the three most important pieces that make up the anatomy of any web page.
First up, you've got the HTML tag. This is the big one. It's like the master container that holds everything else inside it. If you're looking at our skeleton, this tag is the entire thing, from the top of its skull all the way down to its little toe bones.
And check this out. This is super important. You see how there's an opening tag and then another one at the end with a little forward slash? That's basically how HTML works. You're just telling the browser, hey, this is where my web page starts, and okay, this is where it all ends. Simple.
Tucked right inside that main container is the head. Now, this part is kind of cool because it's like the skeleton's brain. It holds all this important info that the browser needs to know, like the little title you see up in your browser tab, but it's not actually part of what you see on the page itself. It's the brains of the operation, working behind the scenes.
And just like our main HTML tag, the head gets its own opener and closer. It always goes right at the top of the document, which, makes perfect sense for a head, right? And then we have the body. Now this is where all the action happens. Everything you actually see and interact with on a web page, all the text, all the pictures, the videos, the whole shebang, it all lives inside the body tag. This is the part of the skeleton that's on display for everyone.
And yep, you guessed it, it's got that same open and close tag structure. So let's just quickly put it all together. You've got the main HTML tag, and inside of it, you've got a head for the brainy stuff and a body for all the stuff you see. That's the core of it.
All right, enough talk. Theory is great, but let's actually get our hands dirty. It's time to take those 3 building blocks and assemble our very first web page skeleton. Let's do this.
So as you can see, it's a really logical process. First, we lay down our main container, the HTML tags. Then, inside that, we pop in the brain, the head. Step 3, right after the head, we add our body. And finally, to actually make our page say something, we're going to put an H1 Hello World inside the body. That H1 just tells the browser, hey, make this a big, important heading.
So we've written our blueprint. We have this little block of code. Now what? How in the world does that turn into an actual web page? Well, that's where your browser gets to work.
You can think of your web browser, Chrome, Firefox, whatever you use, as a really, really fast construction worker. It grabs your HTML file, reads your blueprint line by line, and then builds the final web page for you to see, exactly how you told it to.
And here it is, the big reveal. On the left, that's our blueprint. That's the code we just put together. Now, look over to the right. That's what our construction worker, the browser, builds from it. See? The browser saw our H1 tag and said, got it, I need to show Hello World as a big, bold heading. It's a perfect translation from our instructions into something visual. Pretty cool, right?
And believe it or not, you now understand the fundamental principle behind literally every single website on the internet. Seriously, the power to create something on the web is officially in your hands.
So let's just do a super quick review. What's the big takeaway? Number 1, HTML is the skeleton of every web page. Number 2, the 3 core parts are the HTML, head, and body tags. 3, the body is where you put all the stuff people will actually see. And 4, your browser is the construction worker that reads your code and builds the final page. Got it? Awesome.
You've just learned how to build the foundation. You've laid the groundwork. So the only real question left is, what are you going to build on top of it? The possibilities are endless.